So today I want to recap all of the signings the Packers made this week. I didn't cover this earlier in the week. I had some other things I wanted to make videos on, and a lot of these are more under the radar type signings, but now I do want to cover it in case you didn't come across this news. And so 20 different players were signed. First off, there are a lot of players who were on the practice squad this past season who were just signed to reserve/future contracts. First, we have here from Packers.com. The Green Bay Packers have signed defensive lineman Deslin Alexandre, safety Omar Brown, defensive lineman James Esther, cornerback Kamal Haddon, kicker Alex Hale, guard Marquise Hayes, wide receiver Julian Hicks, guard/tackle Donovan Jennings, wide receiver Cornelius Johnson, cornerback Kalen King, defensive lineman Jeremiah Martin, and tight end Messiah Swinson to reserve/future contracts. Gutekunst announced the transactions Monday. So those guys who have already been on the roster or already been on the practice squad, so I won't really go into depth about them. But then there are a lot of other new players here. First off, on January 14th, so a few days back, we have here from Packers.com, the Green Bay Packers have signed cornerback Isaiah Dunn, wide receiver Tulu Griffin, cornerback Caleb Hayes, center Trey Hill, tight end Johnny Lumpkin, defensive lineman Keith Randolph, and defensive lineman Nesta Jade Silvera to reserve/future contracts. General manager Brian Gutekunst announced their transactions Tuesday. And so I'll give a little bit of background information on each guy. This is from the Packers website. They shared some of this info. Cornerback Isaiah Dunn, he's a third-year player from Oregon State, undrafted free agent, signed by Jets in 2021. He spent some time with the Jets, Seahawks, and Steelers since that point. He has played a little bit in the NFL, 115 snaps, but it was in 2021 with the Jets, and then one with the Seahawks the next season, I believe it was. Then we have wide receiver Tulu Griffin, 2024 UDFA, signed by the Raiders. He was released by the Raiders before training camp, and then he also spent some time with the Browns practice squad. Cornerback Caleb Hayes, 2023 Jaguars, signed him as a UDFA. Undrafted free agent, and then he was with the Giants practice squad in 2023 and 2024. Also spent some time with the Broncos practice squad. Then center Trey Hill was actually a draft pick. Bengals 2021 6th-round draft pick. He did play in 25 games with 3 starts for the Bengals. So that one's a little more interesting just because he does have some actual experience. A lot of these guys, spent a lot of time on practice squads. He actually has some real-life NFL experience. And then tight end Johnny Lumpkin, Patriots UDFA 2023. He did spend some time with the Packers practice squad in September and also some time with the Colts and Broncos practice squads. Defensive lineman Keith Randolph, Bears UDFA in 2024, was released at the end of training camp. And then finally here, defensive lineman Nesta Jade Silvera. He was a Raiders 7th-round pick in 2023, played in 9 games for the Raiders in 2023 and 2024. And then also spent time with the 49ers practice squad in 2024. And then on January 15th, we have from Packers.com, the Green Bay Packers have signed defensive lineman Leonard Payne to a reserve/futures contract. And so he was a 2024 Dolphins UDFA, but was released before training camp. So those are all the newest signings. I'll keep you guys up to date with any other Packers news as always, so feel free to subscribe. Turn on the notifications. That way you never miss any Packers content the second I make a Packers video. If you have the notifications on and your YouTube notifications on your phone, anytime I make a video, you'll get notified right away. So if you haven't done that, feel free to do that. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.